Hey there, fellow intrepid explorers, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Pacific Drive, Episode 17, Dangers of Discovery. So as you can see, even though it is a battery sapping zone, my battery's just topped up at 50. Oh wow, there's a lot of anchors here though. There's 4. So I'll get the ones that are on the path on the way through. The convenient ones. What hit me? What the hell? Oh. It's just a... Yeah, it's a bolt bunny. Not a hopped up hare. Throw it away. Uh-oh. The zone hurts a little bit more. I'm a third dead. But the lightning rod doing its job, keeping me protected. At least the car protected. Alright, next. So you can think of limb emitters, the shield that I have for the bunnies and the like, as a way to like bounce off hitchhikers. It does not work against like all atmospheric effects. So limb emitter is not going to help me driving through radiation. It's not going to help me being shocked by things. It doesn't protect from this sort of like passive damage, if you will, or the non-attaching stuff. And yeah, I can tell that there are some warrens here, because there's a lot of bunnies everywhere. Is sapping armor the best way to get crystals? No, it is not. But I won't say more than that. Yeah. Oh, there was a, oh no, that was just the shocking tourist that I killed. Released a power wave that hit my car. I'm not a huge fan of getting electrocuted in my own vehicle. Please and thank you. The other thing I could do, given the amount of power that I have, is assign the arc dot to shift. And I can hold shift while I have a lot of power in my batteries. Although I just drained my batteries out pretty good. The arc dock is very power hungry, as you can see. But because I have 3 turbines generating power in this windstorm, I can afford to run the arc dock to heal me instead of having to use first aid kits or eat food or MREs or whatever. That was the... No, I just killed my battery. Good job, me. Well, the Bolt Bunny would technically refill my battery, but not in a way that I would want it to. Give myself a little jump. I'm not going to bother with the anchor that's not towards the exit. It's stable energy, so not super needed. At least not right now. So to the exit we go. That's probably a honeypot where I just drove by. I am going to stop here for a second, though, to siphon fuel, provided you have fuel. A little bit. Because this new engine is definitely a fuel hog. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of the upgrades are fuel racks, fuel cans, etc. Once you get that sort of need for speed, you also have a need for fuel. Unlike power, you only generally get passively through things installed on your car. Fuel's one of those that you can pick up just about anywhere. Yeah, I'm going to be able to fill my fuel can here off of this tank. Are there fuel efficiency upgrades? Sort of. There's ways to add to total capacity. And then there's ways to generate fuel, albeit weird ways. But yeah, there's a bunch of different upgrades for however you want to custom tailor your car. So if you're like, man, right now my car has power covered. I have 3 turbines and a lightning rod. So I've designed a car that doesn't run out of power very easily. So you can definitely design your cars however you want. Oh, and I have a flat tire. So we are headed to... that's a... Let's start with... We're heading to this Scorch. This should be, very nice. So what happened to my tire? Misaligned. Because I have so much putty, I'll putty up the few parts that kind of took the most heat. Alright, that looks good. So this is a perpetually stable zone. Little review here. It's got 2 toxic anomalies I don't know, and then 2 resources I don't know. So it's going to be very acidy of a zone. Well, blowtorch. I'm not going to bother blowtorching the steel panels because they are easy to make. But here is one such new resource. If I could scan it, there it goes. Sap compressor. This is the good way to get thermal sap crystals. I saw it in the route map here because the symbol is that sort of hexagonal fuel-looking thing. So I should be able to get a pretty decent amount of sap crystals while I'm here, allowing me to armor up the car or whatever, make new tools, etc. Can I throw that far? Almost. Oh, that's a new bunny. Oh, gross. Well, I'll scan it. Burp bunny. Spewing out acid damage when it attaches. Super not fun to have those attach. And yes, the sap condensers are so much easier than messing with the tourists or whatever. Which is why I knew that they existed, so I didn't bother tinkering with tourists. Because it's just such an inefficient way to get your sap crystals, comparatively. Right, like I got 9 from that one condenser. Whereas like I would have to kill a bunch. Oh, jeez, get out of here. I would have to kill a whole bunch of tourists and then go on a wild goose chase to get the equivalent. So here is another strategic resource. Twisted Ember for tree candy, which is looted with the thermal vac. There's probably more here, but I don't want to burn up my thermal vac. So I've just got 31 tree candy. And there's more tree candy here. Yeah, I'll go for it. This is the final junction to the zone. Otherwise, I'd be like siphoning fuel and all that. I'm not too worried about fuel. So we don't have far to go. Can you scrap the bunnies? You can. They just don't... They're not really worth it, I guess. Every now and then they'll have like electronics, but like most of the time it's just like a scrap metal or two. So there is still one more toxic thing that I have not scanned. Let's keep our eyes open for something that looks toxic, that is unfamiliar. Oh, a lot of thermal sap crystal over there. Copy that. If you want me to do an acid one, I can. Just have the opportunity now. Scrap metal and chemicals. Okay, my car's getting pelted. I gotta go. Chems aren't bad, but now that I have blowtorches, blowtorch is kind of the upgraded chems. Or upgraded repair putty, I should say. So if you wanted to make sure that you had plenty of resources for armor and for turbolet engines, sap compressors is where it's at. Don't waste your time shredding squires and the like. I just got 28 of them and 9 in the last set. Who can spot more? So we've got some... Oh, it's retracting. We got some hot dust. I don't see any other acid around here.
Thank you. Hello? Is anyone out there? If you can hear this, I'm in Sector E. Well, I think I am. I was walking my dog along the nightly trail. We got off track, and it's been 3 days. I don't know what to do. My dog was trying to go into the field door in the woods. It gives me a bad feeling. I don't want to go in there. Please help.
Oh, you wanted to make sure I had sap. I got sap now. Sap for days. I can unlock. I can fully set my car up with armor probably at the end of this run, given the sap availability in this zone. I'm swimming in it. Because I've played before, I could see on the map that this was a... and again, I'll show you how I determine that. The resource density of this zone is the bottom left one, or bottom right one, sorry. And it's okay. It's actually a little past okay, which means it's kind of high. So what that means is, like, in these resource nodes, it's like, you know, about halfway to full, which is a lot of sap in this case. So that's why I saw the opportunity and I was like, yep, doing that. Yeah, this just trivialized armor parts. A little bit. I mean, armor parts still break down. You still need replacements and the like. You know, it's not like I'll never need sap again. But anytime there's an opportunity to high value resource farm, like, take it, man. So, sap, marsh eggs, tree candy, swamp coral. You saw some of those upgrades. It was like, all right, you need 220 marsh eggs for this upgrade. Like, that's a lot of marsh eggs. So anytime that there's a high resource sector with the strategic resources that you're looking for, like, absolutely put the main quest line on hold for a moment and go after the sweet, sweet loot. And the sap condensers are pretty easy to spot, and they glow in the dark at night, so if it's nighttime, it ain't hard to find them either. And then if you have the resource radar upgrade, it's way easier, because then they're straight up being pinged for you, which makes spotting stuff pretty trivialized. In probably a good way, because it can definitely be frustrating to, like, drive past stuff that's highly valuable that you had no idea, because it's just hard to see. The large bags looking good right now? Yes. That requires swamp coral, which I'm not going to find in this zone. This is the Scorches zone, which is like a hot, deserty acid zone. The Mire is the zone that has the salamander grottos. Oh, look at that. 20, 40, 60, 82. I like. Was there... Oh, that's electricity. Let's not do that. Was there something wrong with my fuel tank? I don't think so. I can scan my gas cap. That was it. So that's all the unstable energy from the zone. I can gate out, or alternatively, I can try to find that last unknown. which is what I want to do. Is it you? No. This is the plastid power pods. They're part of the limb power network, powering up limb stuff around here. So chat, help me spot. So things that I'm looking for. Obviously more sap condensers, that'd be nice. Abandoned squires, abandoned box trucks, and then whatever acid anomaly that I have not yet found, which is pretty clearly a shy one, because it's nowhere to be seen. Oh, okay. Never mind. I take that back. Let's get some wires and electronics while I'm out here, too. So, what's that weird thing in the middle of the lake, you say? It is the Sick Mickey. So that's the last anomaly that I was hoping to find. And it's being sick again, so let's get the hell out of here. Oh, Jesus. It's got some range. Alright, time to get home with all of our lovely material. Bye, Sick Mickey. I hope you feel better. From the bottom of my heart, I know how it feels to be ill. I've had more illnesses in the last year than the rest of my life combined. Legitimately, I think that's true. Well, maybe not as a baby, because I don't remember that part. But since I've been was 4, Lord Almighty, having toddlers killing me. One of the beautiful things about this zone is it's like super easy to drive. It's very flat most of the time, with not too many train blockers. And if I didn't have all the achievements, I just got it. One. Entering the exit portal with all 4 tires in the air, because I jumped right at the end, is an achievement.
Oh, that gateway is so damn cool!
I agree. It is pretty cool. So the Sick Mickeys are what spew out a lot of the acid. My tools needed a little revamping. So, what should I buy? Nitro Boost. Work my way to Nitro Boost. Armor panels, doors, bumper. Well, I already got the bumpers, but I'll include that anyway. Let me write up a little list here. So I can buy the junction restabilizer. Which allows me to reshuffle the conditions of a zone, which leads to the junction bypass, which is a way to long distance travel even more efficiently. I can get the fiber, the carbon fiber, the Nitro Boost, blowtorch, armor panels. And I think that I like that list. So, there you go. Let me show you the overlay. 1 minute to vote on that. So I need swamp coral if I want the large backpack, 200 of it. I could spend my electronics for powered boots for falling resist, but I don't think I've taken fallen damage so far, and I don't have a lot of electronics or plasma, so I think that's a bad buy. Acid raincoat would be nice. I'll spend some chems on that. 15% acid resist is decent. And the price wasn't too bad. Inspecting for any damages that are gonna need to be addressed. Like heart weakness. And you guys want me to go the armor round, so I'll do that in just a minute. Oh! We have a squire out here now. It, obviously it changed. It wasn't a squire before. So, there's now a squire out here to break into. And scrap. Don't mind if I do. Even more thermosap crystals, as if I needed more. And these had some thermosaps in them. This also gives me the opportunity, might not be necessary, but the opportunity with all those thermosap crystals to get liberators again. But there's not that much on cars, I will say, that I would necessarily need to liberate anyway. Because I'd mostly be liberating armored pieces that I'm about to be able to craft, I think. So, I have the bumper. Let's go for panels. And doors. And that will cover the car. So I have 3 unstable energy left. What to spend the remaining 3? Want you vote on that? I'm gonna make my baby armored. So, taking all the steel parts that are now outdated. To replace with armored parts. Oh, there was one other thing that I meant to include on this list, which is the resource radar. So, I'm going to reset the timer there. I totally blanked and forgot it. The armor panel on top is fragile. Glad I can craft these now. I do find it fun, the meta of having to liberate materials. And if I was a new player, I wouldn't necessarily know about the thermostat condensers. But, you know, at some point it's like, alright, just give me the crystals, thank you. So, that's just replacing. I'll probably decal the car again. Put something new on. But you guys won't have to spend your channel points this time around. I'll do it for freeze. So, we are missing a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4 panels. 1, 2, 3, 4 doors. I'm a fully armored car. So because of the adjacency bonuses, like, there's really high impact. There's other ways to improve it a little bit more. So due to adjacency bonuses, you could also unlock higher quality headlights. The really nice headlights come later on, the reinforced ones with corrupted energy, which give physical resist, which give adjacency physical resist to the panels that are adjacent. The other ones that I have access to now don't have that. One is brighter and the other is electrical resist. So that's why I didn't include it in the polls. So you guys want resource radar. I am all for it. I love the resource radar. So here's the blueprint for that. And I might actually be able to buy one more thing past that too. But let me make one of these. So the resource radar is like, it uses the battery power in your car, and it's like sonar for resources. Very handy for spotting stuff, so that you don't have to keep a keen eye out all the time. And I need one circuit board for that, no problem. And I'm going to bind that to spacebar. So now when I hit spacebar, it will let out a ping. And as you can see, boom, it highlighted that squire for me. And it highlights all of the things within, I don't know, 150 meters or something like that. Just like that. Remaining unstable energy, I have 1.8. So I could do a junction stabilizer. Restabilizer, I should say. I could do not nitro boost, but I could earn towards it. So earning towards it would be unlocking the ion shield, which is the prerequisite. The ion shield is a way to mitigate radiation that's attached to your roof. So if you like to sit in radiation, I guess that's useful. I don't find myself sitting in zones of radiation for funsies. Or blowtorch. Nitro boost, carbon fiber, junction restabilizer, or blowtorch, I think are the pretty reasonable choices that remain. Do I have quirks? I do. I have a quirk. So the only downside to the resource radar is it's very power hungry, but when you have 3 mini turbines, you generate a lot of power just by driving around. So even if it's a little power hungry, I can afford to use it often. The other thing I could do is to swap out my my tires, because I have some. Well, actually, these tires are really good. Yeah, my tires are fine. None of them are bald. They're all fine. And I have a spare tire in the trunk. I'll swap the spare tire out for the healthier one. I probably don't need a steel bumper anymore. That's a little backwards tech. And you guys want me to unlock the blowtorch. I think that's a very fine idea. Get behind that. Actually, I have one more unstable energy left over. I don't know if that gives me... That's not enough for the restabilizer. It's not enough for the ion boost. I can get carbon fiberglass with it. But yeah, nah, I'm just not going to spend it. So blowtorches are made out of marsh eggs, glass shards, plastic, and scrap metal. So I'll make one extra. And stick it in here, as it is better to repair your armored panels, whatever your panels, your doors, your bumpers, with that than it is putty. Putty is definitely not efficient. So we have spare tools. I don't have a spare thermal vac. But I could probably afford one now. Let's see about that. Yeah. Oh, no problem. Because of all the thermal sap crystals I got. Cool. Lots of spare parts back there. Let's get one more mechanics kit and we'll be good to roll. Unless I should figure out the quirk. So let's ask for a hint. I have 11 stable energy, or 11.5, so we can have a little hint here, which will make life a lot easier. So it's something to do with the headlights. When the headlights switch on, the batteries drain. No. When the headlights toggle... Well, actually, let's do experimentally. See if we can't use our big brains to figure it out ourselves. Oh, it's definitely the wipers. Makes them really weird. It was the first thing I checked. Okay, so when the headlights are on, or when the headlights are off, the wipers are broken or wobbly. Headlights are stay on. The wipers wobble. Or maybe get stuck. No, wobble. So when the headlights switch on, the wipers wobble? No. When the headlights toggle, the wipers wobble? No, it was actually when they were off. So when the headlights switch off, the wipers wobble. When the headlights stay off, the wipers wobble. Wow. I'm glad I have so many guesses. So there it is. When the headlights stay off, the wipers wobble. And we need a light replacement kit for that. Which kind of sucks because it's a copper wire that I have a limited amount of, but whatever. Quirk fixed. Yeah, I went through the guesses really quick rather than thinking about it too hard because you have 8 guesses every time you come back to the garage. So it was plenty of guesses in order to get it wrong and still fix it. So I have time for one more run. I will complete one more run. What would you like for me to do? Would you like for me to head to the mid-zone? So in terms of story, I can get to the next story location. It's here. I could do more side missions. It's really up to you guys. Or my choice if you vote my choice. And given that that is true, is there anything for me to buy? Yeah, I'll buy the carbon fiberglass footprint. Might as well spend a resource that I'm not going to be able to use. So with the I'll upgrade myself too. Spend big, because, you know, there's no point in really having anything in savings when the stream ends. So carbon fiber glass is a new strategic resource that I can make from scratch, or not from scratch, but make with components. So it's tree candy, fabric, glass, and plastic. I am low on fabric, as you saw. I have, so one of the ways to get fabric is to scrap the decals. Decals will net you fabric. So if you're out of fabric all of a sudden, and you have a bunch of decals, you can get fabric that way. Not tons of it, but like, you know, I got one there. I mean, that's not terrible for all the decals I have. Maybe the dumpster is like, oh yeah, you're low on fabric. Let me help. Or not. Dumpster's friendly is not always accurate. Sometimes it's like offering you water when you're drowning. I don't mind repair putty though. Thank you for tuning in to Pacific Drive, which streamed as a marathon one time only March 16th and March 17th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind that both no feedback can be incorporated because this was streamed as a marathon one time only, and also I ask for no spoilers so people reading the comments don't have the game spoiled for them. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com or the description of this video have a link to it. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, viewers that turned out for this marathon, and viewers like you as well that made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow breachers.